Hello friends, welcome to Akul Mac Live and I am Chandrakant. This video is sponsored by Performance Works International. More about them in a bit. Today's subject is very interesting. It is about the next generation iPhone, and it could be not only a phone but also a satellite phone. So what it takes to a phone, a normal phone like iPhone, to become a satellite phone, and that is the topic of discussion for today. And friends, we are actually live right now. So if you have a question from whichever part of the world you are watching this stream, you can actually use the chat function in your social media platform, and it will instantly reach to me. I will display your name and question on the screen and answer to your question. So coming back to the iPhone, it is the entire social media is getting flooded with the information that the next iPhone, which is iPhone 13, may have a satellite phone features. And why this is so important? I think number one is that the iPhone has to be the premium phone. That is why they actually target the creme de la creme of the users, and they want to offer more and more services to the users. So one of the key feature of iPhone is they should be able to allow all sort of applications available which are very premium in nature. And so far, satellite telephony has been a very premium service. And I think it makes sense for growth perspective for iPhone to go to the next level, where they can start looking at providing the functionality which are provided in the iPhone, and usually in the satellite phone. So usually if you look at the satellite phone, the image that comes to your mind is that it is very thick, with a thick antenna, and very bulky, very heavy body, and very bulky mobile phone. But it is very useful for people who are explorers, who are going to places where there are no networks, cellular networks, and in case they need to communicate with people, this is the phone that you carry. If you're going on a jungle trek or a mountaineering trip, this is a phone that you need to carry, because this phone has the capability to communicate directly through the satellite to whichever number you have dialed. So it will have a connectivity which is always maintained, and you don't have to really depend on the cellular network. Before I proceed further, there is a few comments, and I would like to display those comments on the screen. One of the viewer, Mr. Sayyed Hussain, says that if you leave your phone behind at home, you will be lost. Of course, Mr. Sayyed, if you leave your phone behind, then you will definitely be lost. But let's get back to our discussion. So the capability of this bulky phone that you see on the screen, with thick antenna, which has the capability of connecting with the satellite, has to be provided in a smartphone device. So that is where the challenge is, and I think Apple is working on this particular challenge, where in the next release they would like to enable iPhone devices to also have satellite phone functions. So when you're traveling with your iPhone and you go out of the city, you don't have to look for any other additional device. You can just change your network from cellular network to a satellite network, and boom, you're connected back to the world, and you can do your calling and text messaging, etc. To enable the communication, you also need connectivity with the satellite network. So it's not only a challenge where you shrink everything down into a very smart, sleek looking device, because I think the competition is with the Android phones today, and iPhone seems to be making it more sleeker, more slimmer, lightweight, long lasting battery, quick operation. And if they have to add the mobile telephony along with the satellite phone features, then the weight has to go up. But at the same time, they should have a back-end network where Apple has to have some sort of tie-up with a satellite network, where the network then provides takeover from cellular to satellite and then provide the services to their consumers. So for that, I think there are multiple options. I will discuss that, but I think this is one of the key requirement before Apple decides to bring in satellite telephony into their smartphone devices, is to have a network to back this up. And imagine if they're able to do that, the the market is waiting to explode, because you don't need to carry special devices when if you're going in ocean or if you're traveling. I mean, you can have the same device while you're living in city like a normal person, and if you do an excursion, you just carry the same device, and all you have to do is switch your network from cellular to satellite. And for that, Apple must be talking to multiple satellite network provider, I'm sure. And the challenge is to fit everything into this sleek device that you love to carry in your pocket. It should be sleek, it should be long lasting, it should be feature rich, and it should be always connected. It should automatically switch from cellular to satellite, satellite to cellular. All those kind of things may be required to make this product viable. And they don't want to basically compromise on the form factor. So I think moving on, as I said, there are multiple options on the satellite network that Apple has to work through. They also need a chip which is capable of communicating with a satellite. So it is not going to be a usual Qualcomm Snapdragon chip which runs Android, or Apple chip which runs their operating system, iOS operating system. They would need some sort of collaboration with a chip manufacturer. For example, Qualcomm has one of the chip which has the capability to communicate with the satellite. So they would need to upgrade their mobile devices with a special chip which can take over and communicate with the satellite. So I think that is the requirement number 2. And I think this is where the Starlinks come in the picture, where they are already building a lot of satellites. The Starlink of Elon Musk is already building a lot of satellites. They're sending, using their Falcon 9 space program, they're sending multiple satellites which will communicate with their consumers. And as of now, North America and Europe and also India are covered. The major countries are covered basically. And if you're in India, the cost of getting a Starlink network in your home is as much as any other 4G network that you go and in the market. So right now in India, there is a beta program running from Starlink. So I think Apple must discuss with companies like Starlink and provide the coverage. The most important part of bringing the satellite telephony to your mobile device is providing that coverage, and Starlink can provide it at a very low cost, because they're already building the network which will enable the coverage across every part of the earth. It doesn't matter whether you have a fiber optics running there, because the link is coming from the sky, and it is in a lower earth orbit, something like 300 to 400 kilometers high. And if your mobile device is having that capability, that means having that high gain antenna, high battery lifetime, and also features where you can actually communicate using that special chip that you have, you can very well convert your normal sleek mobile device into a satellite phone. So I think that this is where the world is going, and it's a very exciting news in the tech world, where a lot of speculation when it comes to the next leap. And Apple is always known for taking the next leap in terms of mobile devices. They have taken the first leap into a handheld smart device. They have taken the first leap in making the device lighter, smaller, sleeker. Now they're hopefully take the next leap and convert their smartphones, devices into also having satellite network capability. So since satellite network are quite expensive, so I'm assuming that the operating system will have the functionality of choosing the right network at the right place. Say, for example, if you're in city, then you don't have to communicate using a satellite telephone. You can use a normal cellular network which is available there. But if you're moving out of the city, you should be able to either create automated switchover, or there should be a sort of a button where you can switch on the satellite network, and then your mobile device gets connected with the satellite. So you will be able to maintain your network throughout your journey, even if you're moving out of a cellular network. So this is something which I thought I'll bring it to you, friends. Now, a word on the sponsor of this video. A big thanks to Performance Works International for sponsoring this. In fact, they are the reason for our channel to produce this kind of videos. You must actually watch this message from them directly. And also, a link is given if you want to basically reach out to them. There's a link given in the description which you can click. There is a message from Performance Works International, and I like to say goodbye for today.
This video is sponsored by Performance Works International.
Are you ready for the challenges facing the modern workplace? Recent events have taught us the importance of transformation. Businesses now face a perfect storm of challenges. No business is too big to fail, and many are too slow to succeed. Our workforce is changing fast. We're entering a new age of empowerment, and everyone can contribute. The Inner CEO reveals how we can all play a part in making leading at all levels a reality. Written by Jeremy Blaine, an expert on business transformation and growth, it provides a roadmap to help everyone unleash their inner CEO and contribute beyond their job role, whatever their level. Traditionally, strategy has been owned by the few. Now it's time for the many to contribute. Leadership must come from a broader base. Everyone has the potential to step up and make things happen. It's a new model of collective and collaborative leadership which unleashes the power of people, enabled by appropriate technology and a supportive management structure. The book provides a roadmap for a bold new age of empowerment. Supported by a range of resources, the book provides a toolkit to help anyone unleash their inner CEO. Organisation health, development and growth is owned at all levels. Are you ready to unleash the inner CEO?